Hey guys, Cat9 here, and as you can tell from the title of the video, today we're going to be playing Blackhawk rescue mission on Roblox yet again. It's the second time today I've made a video on this, so I just thought last one was more about the game and the strategies and all that, so I decided just to make a video on the locations on this game, because it is widely unknown to those people who regularly play it. And look at me, I've got, spoiler alert, but this is sort of what the last uniform looks like. It's very cool, and I'm also general. I don't believe in stars, like I don't see the point of them, so it's just this. Okay, this is your spawn point. This is the first location. It's in the airfield, but you spawn in here. And a tip, I've noticed that some people in this game, once they spawn, the first time or a few times they've spawned, it's like they just can't move. They stand still. You gotta reset. That's a glitch. You gotta reset at that point. Hold up. And there was an update actually. Look at these jeeps. The gods have heard my plead and have given me the new looking Humvee. Looks pretty cool. I can't move it because people actually use this to spawn. Yeah, but this is the spawn area. You can choose out your kit by these tables, and there's multiple little hangars like this. 2 hangars you can spawn in, and then you do all that stuff. Yeah, that makes some sense. Okay, and this is the airfield. You may beg to differ why I didn't include it in the hangar area. The hangars are inside the airfield, so I thought I'll just do the hangars first, and then there's a few things that you might be wondering, like, shouldn't they be the same thing? They're pretty much different locations, a bit like the city and the factory where I'll show to you later. Now this is the only area within the map that is owned by friendly forces, even though we don't get really any AIs. The buildings are typical of an airfield. Most people don't really explore around it. Like me, I don't really explore around this place. What is this area? Tent. Very cool. You see, it's just those details that lots of people miss in this game. Yeah, they've got a few structures that you can go into in this thing, but this is basically a spawn area. So far we don't have jets or planes, so the runway is pretty much useless at the moment. And helipads, you can spawn helicopters here, such as the Chinook, the Hummingbird, and a Blackhawk. It's got one checkpoint, just like most other military installations, that they've got a checkpoint and also a flag. Though this place the Russians can never attack, or as long as I've seen, they have not tried to engage this area. The next location is known as the city. Pretty much a newbie's haven. Well, not a newbie, just a low ranks haven. This is where most people should start to learn the ways of doing things in this game and how the weapons run and all that. This place is inhabited by zombies, though from a distance they may seem like not a big threat. If they spawn on you, you're in real big trouble, and if you don't look behind your back in every few seconds, you're dead, because these zombies don't make any noise. Well, they sometimes do from afar, but real close, like that. That one made a noise because it bit me, but oh, look at that, I didn't notice that I was getting so close to the tip. So definitely keep an eye out. These zombies are pretty sneaky, even though that they're zombies. There are some hidden locations throughout the city, locations that you can go into, like this police station. Let me just plant a charge and show you something inside of it, just little secret things around the place that really make exploring this whole city worth it. Because you may find hidden gems like this around the place. I was bit by zombies, so I'm going to heal up. So yeah, it is a definite cool location to go to. Like, even I don't mind coming here sometimes. Okay, this next location is called the factory. You might think it's in the city. Well, I sort of believe that it's close to the city, but it stands on its own because it's a whole lot like the police station that we're at, except it's actually got a flag on it, so it can be contested. So this area is sort of like a contested area. It's got a bunch of arms and refueling stations. Actually, I might need refuel. Now this place rarely has zombies. The only place where the zombies have... Well, the only way zombies have gone here is following someone else. The main threat here is the Russians. And when they do invade, they are extremely lethal. That's why I don't want to stick around for very long. Look at this. I'll probably die. Oh, yes. The Jeep made it through just in time. But yeah, it's super dangerous. And I would only recommend it for gigging or over. If you're SAS and go to the factory, well, you might be able to get a few Russians, but on your own, you really won't make much of a difference in this fight against it, unless you're really good SAS. Like, not speaking for all SAS in this game, of course, because some have proven their worth and are really good fighters. So don't take it, it's just an average that I feel that the SAS are sort of the new players to it. Well, I've definitely improved in this game, but some people might not even improve once. So yeah, this is a very common place for people to go to as well. If you hop in a helicopter, if there even is one, that would either take you here or to my next spot that I'm going to show you. Okay, you might be able to see it. Yeah, but this is the docks. This is another place. This is the other place that the helicopter would take you. To the docks, where most of the troops go to fight off the Russians. No zombies can spawn here. Only Russians come time to time. Time and time again. This is one massive area. Some people call it the naval base, the naval barracks. But yeah, it's got a refueling station, refueling health station, just a lot of area that we can't really use. But yeah, this is a major location that sees a whole lot of action throughout its days. Just like, I don't want to get too close, because if they do spawn in, if the Russians spawn in, then I'm screwed. And I don't really want to fight against a bunch of Russians. And also the helicopters land onto the roofs over there, so also giving sniper support as well. Not many locations have the ability to have a helicopter drop off troops on a roof and then have a really great effect on the battlefield. It may even make you guys win instead of losing, or just tip the scale a little bit. Oh, here come the Russians. The Russians come in or parachute in multiple spots, and they really just cover the whole dock. Yeah, those Russians. And there's also some secret tunnels as well, but I don't really use the secret tunnels. But the way the Russians get victory over here is in numbers, really. Even though they're pretty accurate and their bullets do a hell of a lot of damage, their numbers are really the most terrifying thing and the most dangerous thing in the docks. And also the water, don't fall in the water. Okay, now in this place is the second biggest city in the whole game, I'm pretty sure. It is also the second most safest area and location in the whole game, because no zombies or Russians can contest this place. It's basically not demilitarized, it's basically a decontaminated zone. And it's pretty big. It doesn't really have a use yet, but I do hope in the future they do add a use for it. It's also got walls. I think that there is zombies on the outside of the walls, so if you want to go a little bit further north of the docks, or north of the docks, northwest, then you may be able to get some zombies out here. No players come through here, unlike the city and the factory and the docks that have lots of players that would go through that area. This area, it's just yours, so you can kill as many zombies as you want and no one will take your kills. And because it's such a wide open space, the zombies would have a lower chance of sneaking up to you. Oh, look, there's one zombie right there and no zombies around it. It's two zombies close to each other, but still, it is a good place to hunt, but I don't know, it is in the middle of nowhere and it is pretty hard to find. So let's head to the next location, which is also in the woods somewhere. Now this is one of the Russian bases within the woods. Oh, a helicopter just took off, so I think we're fine. Yeah, there's a flag up there. Someone's taken this. It's gotta be one of the pros, of course. Single-handedly taking this over. Oh my god! Okay, let me show you a little bit about. Yeah, it's a Russian base. Not really much to it. You can spawn in vehicles, but yeah, no one really comes out here. I'm surprised that someone took it before I got here, but that's really it. The next location's probably going to be a town before I gotta find my way back here. Well, before we reach our next location, I gotta say that there are multiple Russian bases within the woods, and they're all spread out and everything, so it's pretty hard to find them. They're just in the woods, you know, that's all that the direction I can give you. It's not like there's grid references or even a map. It'd be very cool if this game added maps so we know exactly where we are and where everything else is, so we know what direction and stuff to head in if we want to get to them, because that would have made this a whole lot easier. I found the next location, thankfully, so I'm not going to end this recording. Yeah, this next location, once again, rarely anyone comes through here. This is a bit further into the woods, right near the dock. There's a road that sort of comes this way. But yeah, this is the first Blackhawk that I've seen, and it's destroyed, and I don't even think that's how the vehicle would look like. The Russians can't engage this area, and zombies really just roam the area. The zombies can be a threat, a pretty big threat to even the most seasoned professional at this game. There's a few churches, a few buildings, and the crashed Blackhawk where you can get some supplies. I have seen a whole squad come here though, clear it out of the zombies, but it's pretty rare that you'll see anyone else here. So if you do want to go hunting on your own, then this town would be a good spot if you can find it. You have to be pretty lucky to find this place in the woods, because I only just got lucky enough to find it, and I was actually looking for it as well. And you guys might be thinking that I'm just blindly looking through the woods to find a location to do something on. You're slightly right, but I've been to all these locations before. It's just really hard to find them in the dark. Okay, this is the second biggest Russian facility in the game. Base, I should say. It's not really the biggest. The docks, definitely the biggest spot that they can contest. This place is the furthest north site that we'll see. It's a huge facility, and yeah, as I think they've got right now, they've got people actually in the watchtowers. Yep, they must be in hiding alert. Only sometimes I put that there. Can't really go in it because it's not going to be this type of video like the other one I did. If you haven't seen my first video on this Blackhawk rescue mission, then I guess check it out. You know, if you want to see me take one of these on alone, then sort of guideline, I reckon, when I think of it, to taking one of these Russian bases on by yourself. But I wouldn't recommend coming here if you aren't fully equipped, like needing a med pack, knowing how to lean, and having a good scope, not the first scope but the second scope, will definitely give you a greater advantage of surviving this place. And I got a feeling that this is my second final site, so the video's almost over, guys. Don't worry if you guys hate the video, it's almost over, don't worry. Okay, this is the northernmost town. It is not safe at all. There's zombies, and also there's a Russian base right next to it. Now, if you've seen the first video I made on this game, you would know everything about that base because I basically ran through it guns blazing. But this, don't underestimate this town. I was walking through a thing, there's not many zombies around. Oh, that's where I died over there. But yeah, this is the northernmost town. But yeah, I was walking through a thing of this town, not very hard, and then like attacking the Russians while also having to deal with zombies at the same time is not ideal, and it is pretty difficult sometimes. And I've died a few times. I must say, I died a few times attempting to raid this place a while back though. I do it without any hassles now because general was pretty high. But when I was a captain, I think, or a major or a colonel, I did try to raid this a few times. But just a combination of Russians on one side and zombies behind you is just a recipe for disaster. So I ain't gotta get too into it. I'm just gonna drive past the entrance once. Yep, you can shoot all you want, but you ain't gonna get me. Yeah, I think this is the final location. Holy hell, he's actually coming out for me. He likes me so much that he wants to kill me, or is just, he hates how few targets or a target free environment this is, because it's so far. Most drivers will go in circles and just not get to this town. But thankfully me, you know me, I love exploring, so I stumbled upon this town a while back. And every single time that I visited, it was a guarantee that there would be no one around. Not even helicopters. Though helicopters are very few, I sometimes see them flying around the forest area. But I've never seen anyone get this far. Don't know why. Don't know why I'm the only one in these servers wanting to go this far, but I guess I am. Now, though this may seem like the final Russian base, I may have missed another Russian base that is just somewhere in the forest. They all look the same. I stumbled upon the same bases, or same barracks a few times during the recording of this thing, and it's like, is that it? Yeah, that's the place where I died, so I'm not going to talk about this again. Yeah, because you guys probably won't know because I probably cut it out, but sometimes when I try and run away from the place, I just get killed. So this game, if you rage quit a lot, this is not a game for you, nor is this a location for you. Unlike the first video I did, most of this video I haven't seen anyone come through here, which is a shame, you know. The creator of the game and the developers, I think, maybe, of the game, the co-founders of the game and all that, they worked their bums off to create this town and this base here, but it seems that only the adventurers really get close to it. Now, I don't know the solution to get people here. Maybe create helicopters more accessible, so people would fly around the island, check it out maybe, and then see these stuff and then land on it and assault them, and maybe even mention it on the radio. Because I always hear people on the radio saying like, oh, we're raiding the Russian base, and I'm like, oh, whereabouts, you know, I want to join the fight, and they're like, the naval base. Is like, oh, seriously, that's every time I ask them, well, which Russian base, it's like, oh, the one at the docks. It's never one of these remote ones. I want to see how they do with remote ones such as this one. Check out this mountain. I haven't actually decided to go up the mountain yet. Vehicles can't get up the mountain, or as far as I can tell. So walking, you know what, I'm gonna check out that mountain. For the final bit, I'll check it out. I don't know what it is, but I'm almost at the top. I'm pretty far away. I basically walked that whole thing. So this may be the top. It just keeps going, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna be really pissed off if it's just an invisible wall. If it is, there's gonna be a little bit of a shame, you know. That'd make me a little sad if it was just an invisible wall. And it keeps going. This is Everest, guys. Okay, guys, we are now staring at the tallest point in this whole map. I didn't think I'd be able to get up here, but holy moly, what a travel it was. I wouldn't have made it if it weren't for Dr. Phil. Oh, look at that. The sky is so close. Like, the moon doesn't really have much of a difference. That's just the default, like, moon and sunrise thing. But the sky is new, so that should tell you how far up you are. No, the sky does change a little bit. Yeah, but this ain't very interesting, just seeing the top of a hill. Let me show you how much, well, how high we are, because it's not really a point, and then it's not like your average mountain. It's like, oh yeah, the point's over there, but there's this massive flat area at the top. So look at this. Now the real view area is down, it's up there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it is up here. Look how far, like, I thought this was the tallest point, and I'm like, oh, look at that. It's actually made like a real life mountain. It wouldn't surprise me if this was like a real life place. Yeah, that's what it's called. But yeah, look at that. It's not daytime. You might not be able to see it very well. There we go. You can see it a bit better. It definitely shows you really how small this whole map is. Because there's the airfield down that way. And then there's the furthest town that way. That's where the Russians were. If you can see me. That's where the Russians were. Let me try and shoot at the Russians. And I'm gonna tell you, probably 0%. I'm probably like the first person to climb this mountain. Or one of the first players, I should say, to climb this mountain. That's truly amazing. Oh, look at those clouds. Since when were the dark blue clouds? Maybe that's even violet. I don't really know what violet looks like, but I've heard that it's sort of that colour. The sun must be coming up. Man, that moon is huge. But yeah, it's very well designed. It reminds me so much of Apocalypse Rising's map. There's Apocalypse Rising has a few maps, but there was this one that I made a video on so long ago. No one who watches my videos now watched it back then, but it was a whole lot like this one without the mountain, minus that massive mountain. Yeah, though on the ground you can't really see how huge this map is. From up here you can definitely see how huge the map is. Let's go down a little bit so the render distance loads up a little. Yeah, that is beautiful. To whom that made this? Let me see. To Platinum 5, and the founder of Platinum 5 is, because Platinum 5's a group. Okay, yeah, I see that the group made this thing. Does surprise me, the group's got over 1,000 members. Wait, is it? Yeah, over 1,000 members. I was gonna say, is it over 100 members or over 1,000? Oh, the clouds, oh my lord. Clouds never get this way. And anyone seen that, that movie, I think it's called The Long Road or something? It's like an apocalyptic movie where you don't really see the monsters. Just humans are really the real monsters in that movie. It's got that feel to it. It's really a dystopian feel to the nature around here. And the civilization locations like the city and the docks and the base. And there's no... Fly went down the wrong way. Oh no. It's beautiful. Really is a great map. Of all the Roblox maps I've seen, this has got to be one of the better ones. Was that? No, that was a grenade. Hold up. I threw it so far. I'm so good at throwing stuff, you guys can tell. A flare. No one's going to see it, but this flare is going to touch the highest point that any flare has ever touched before. I didn't throw it on top of it because I didn't want to risk it flying over the edge and being like one of the lowest flares to ever go. So, very nice. Very cool. This could be a thumbnail, who knows. Yeah, okay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been definitely a different type of video today, but yeah, I like this area. And I hope you guys learnt something about this place as well, knowing that there's more to this game than just that area near the airfield. There's all this, and even up here. Why don't you guys just visit up here? Well, where did everything else go? Okay, that's me done. This video is probably super long, so Cat9 out.